Is Odinana a religion?
Well, how I answer this question is Odinana is not an organized religion. People always say that Odinana is not a religion, but I beg to differ. Anything that is man made, anything that is man's attempt to reach God, and it has passed from one generation to another, or you say, oh, to Akanam say, and all those things, then it has entered religion. What is religion? Religion is man's attempt to find God. It's a belief system, how you believe God should be worshipped or the nation should be, or how to understand spirituality, or how to attain, approach the supernatural, the unseen being. You see that all those things, these things I'm saying here is reflective in some aspects of Odinana. So Odinana, say belief system can be said to be religion, but it's not codified, it's not organized, it's not there to enslave, it's not too dogmatic, it doesn't have too many doctrines, but nevertheless, it is not organized. I strongly believe that Odinana is religion. Some people say it's a way of life. What that thing you call a way of life can become is also a religion to you and to some other people who see it as a belief system. So if you want to look at the literal meaning of religion, you can see that Odinana will find itself not escaping from that literal meaning if we want to tell ourselves the truth. What you should do when your parents or your wife do not support you to practice Odinana. Ndị be anyị si na nwata too ọjụghị ife gburu nne ife gburu nne ya egbuo ya. Ndị be anyị sịkwa na onye pụọ obi mmụọ amalụbie. What these two adages are saying is when you come of age, you're expected to do the right thing. If you have come of age and Odinana you believe is the right thing for you to do, and you are looking for support, then you are perhaps saying that you are not yet of age to practice Odinana. Even in the Nigerian Constitution, to the best of my knowledge, I think 18 years. By 18, you should be able to assert your freedom of worship. But I know that if we want to look at the boundary of common sense, if you have come of age and you're a man of your own that you can fend for yourself, you are living in your own apartment, I don't think you should be bothered about what your parents or who are living their own life should think. I think if in the two case, your wife and your parents, I think your wife should even be of more concern. Now, if your wife does not support you to practice Odinana, it's a two-way thing. You need to make her to understand that she does not have to practice Odinana with you. She can practice whatever religion she wants to practice, unless she wants to be an impediment. That's when it becomes a problem. That she's trying to say that no, you married me as a Christian, you must continue with the whole Christian stuff. It becomes now troublesome or worrying because the woman is trying to now dictate. From my own understanding of what marriage should be as an Igbo man, the man takes the lead. I don't think it's proper for the woman to decide that you must continue to be a Christian. Like I said, legally is wrong because as an adult, you have your freedom of worship. Once you are not forcing the person to worship with you, become Odinana with you, I think the person should also be wise enough, your wife should also be wise enough, not force you or trying to coerce you into not practicing Odinana. So I believe that if you cannot iron it out with your wife based on if you should practice Odinana, marriage is not a do or die affair. Two of you can go your separate ways and you go ahead and do what you want to do with your life. Nobody should give an excuse that I want to practice Odinana. My wife or my my father or my mother does not support. If he's a wife, like I said, let her go her way. If she does not understand the principle of live and let live, believe and believe, then let her go her own way and go and practice her Christianity while you stay on your own and practice your Odinana.
What is the essence of Odinana in this modern time?
Well, the essence of Odinana in this modern time, that's a tricky question. First of all, identity. Odinana gives an Igbo a legitimate identity, a true identity. I believe that any identity outside Odinana is kind of elusive, is a mirage. And without your identity, who are you? Think about it. Without your identity, who are you? So asking what's the essence of Odinana in this modern time is like asking someone was the essence of you asserting who you are, the essence of you saying I am the son of this, I am from this place, and maintaining that link with wherever you are from. Is identity. Identity is everything. The greatest question life is asking everybody who is on this earth is who are you? And Odinana is helping every Igbo man to answer that question. Or the Odinana poses the most authentic answer to that question. If you have believe how do you answer who you are as an Igbo person outside Odinana? How do you solve your problem? How do you navigate life as an Igbo man outside Odinana? I've always said it, there are some problems that you are going to face in this life that might require some traditional solutions to it, that will require Odinana cultural solutions to it. So as an Igbo man, once you are faced with that kind of problem, what are you going to do when you have denied your own identity? So the essence of Odinana in these modern times, it helps you, it gives you the legitimate answer to the identity question. Secondly, there are some problems you run into that is Odinana that is going to provide an answer to it. So and apart from that, in this modern time is legacy. Odinana is one of the best legacy you can leave, is your pride. Identity is your pride and is also attached to your legacy. So the essence of Odinana in this modern time cannot be overemphasized. It's not even something that should be made as a choice for anybody. It should be a no-brainer that you must embrace your identity to assert who you are. The greatest joy in life is knowing who you are. That's the greatest joy because that's what brings the most freedom. It brings pride, it brings self-esteem. If you cannot answer who you are, then you don't have any sense of self-esteem. You don't have any direction. You'll be like something being blown by a wind. That whichever fad that you see, any cultural fad from anywhere in the world, you just jump onto it. But knowing who you are makes you to apply a kind of restraint to some certain things and say, no, we don't do this kind of thing. No, this is not how we do it. No, this is how it's supposed to be. It means it shows that you have a root, you have somewhere that you are coming from.
If Odinana is powerful, why did Christianity conquer it?
If Odinana is powerful, why did Christianity conquer it? Okay, now let me answer this question this way. They say nation rises and fall. So, in one hand, we can say that maybe it was its destiny for it to be conquered. But that's a simplistic way to put it. But I think the best way I can put it is that one of the strengths of a thing at times can be its weakness. The strength of Odinana is that it's fluid, it's not rigid, it's flexible. Like I said earlier, it's not an organized religion. So when something is not organized and it needs something that is more organized, and that thing that is more organized is even a behemoth, something that is of a Leviathan proportion, a machinery. The organized one will blow the organized one away. Odinana is not organized, so the main reason why Christianity defeated or tried to envelop or almost seemed as if it swallowed Odinana is what because Christianity is organized, but Odinana is not organized. Imagine a well disciplined and organized army meeting a group of fighters that are not organized. No matter how good the fighters are, the organized army will have their way because they have gone through several wars. They are battle tested. They have fought all manner of wars. That's what is designed for, to conquer both organized and the one and our army that is not organized. So Odinana as a system, our people's way is not organized. It doesn't mean it's weak. Therein lies its strength, but therein also lies its weakness. Because that thing that is organized can leave a trail of dead bodies, a trail of devastation, scavenging, illness, as in dilapidation at its trail, swallowing other lives for it to survive. But that one that is not organized might just be living its own life, simply not trying to disturb other people's existence or way of life. To some, they will see it as a weakness. To some, they will see it as a strength. So to those who see it as a strength, I applaud them. To those who see it as a weakness, I leave them to their own opinion. So, but I think that somehow in these modern times, we, the practitioner of Odinana, must try to see how we can give Odinana a kind of organization so that we cannot go through what our ancestors or our fathers went through when it came face to face with an organized system. For our own survival, history have taught us that we need a form of organization. In as much as we are not trying to conquer, to demobilize any other culture or system or people's way of life, we have seen that even as we are staying in our own corner trying to live our own life, some people can come there to destroy you, to uproot you, to throw you out, to supplant you. So why trying to say that we don't conquer, we don't choose to despoil others? Some people might choose to do it. So there is need for us, the present or the modern practitioners of Odinana, to give a kind of organization to Odinana.
My advice to anyone that wants to practice
My advice to anybody that wants to practice Odinana in this modern time, first, I will advise you stay away from Ogo. People who are coming into Odinana keep saying Ogos, Ogos. If it's possible for you, if it just stay away from Ogo. Leave all the people who are talking about all those things. They are talking about things that they really have no knowledge about, or they will not tell you some of its consequences. Secondly, do not be preoccupied with how things were done in the past. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. So try as much as possible to stay away from to being nitpicking. This is how it's. I'm trying to get it how it was done in the past. No, don't try to be fixated with how things were done in the past. This is not the past. This is today. Finally, try as much as possible to seek for knowledge. Try to know more, have hunger for knowledge, try to understand how other people who are different from you, who do not even believe in Odinana, study other faiths, see how their belief system is, see what is working for them, see what is not working for them, and try to see how you can use this knowledge to bring Odinana from the fringes into the mainstream. This is my advice for any modern practitioner of Odinana. Thank you.
how
Well, Odinana Bozondo. That's the only thing I can say. That's my final closing remark. Odinana Bozondo. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and share. I would like to hear from some of you. If you have any question, please, you can reach me through the number on the screen, or my email address, or my other social media handles. Thank you. Thank you.